Yo, hello. I'm drawing. Good old fashioned bit of drawing, bit of the pencil on the paper, as they say. Little a little ink on the page. Ow, fuck. I just woke up recently. I don't mean in like a political way. Not to be political, but I fell asleep super early today, and then decided, fuck it. Whenever I got up, I was like, I might as well. I wanted to draw anyway, so I was like, I can stream. I need to change this image off of Blanca. How long have I had Blanca? Let me see what else we have. What is this? I don't know if I should select something. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's not gonna be bad, but I don't know if it's gonna have audio on it, which is the thing that is concerning. Or we can just set it to like Tony Chopper. This is good, right? Anyway, let me do the full cam. Have ads not gone? I don't know why my voice went that high. I had this bit I wanted to do like a YouTuber voice, cause I have a pepperami here, and I was gonna eat it. Not that wasn't part of the bit. I was just gonna eat it because I'm hungry. I just woke up. Let me. I'm gonna devour this real quick, like a chopper, and then I'll turn on my camera because it's a phallic object. It's phallus in nature. I just realized the microphone's still on. That's cool. Oops. Now that I'm all energized from my pepperami, why have the ads not gone? It's telling me I recently ran an ad and have to wait. Okay. That's fine, I guess. I don't know if that means that they're... Do I look short? I feel like I've gotten shorter since the last time. I got the like gunslinger hand put down by like the height thing of my chair. Oh wait. My lips are all greasy from the pepperami. I was gonna say, what's up, gamers? Today we're gonna be drawing a silly little ant boy. So grab your pepperami, smoke your cigarettes, and let's go. I didn't really have it in me though, I'll be honest.
Squad alive, we are off.
So I haven't done a whole pile, I'll be honest. Actually, I don't think I streamed this. So in the shelled op folder over here, I've got literally just I drew it in 2 parts. I drew over the torso on one part, and then drew the head and the arms on the other. Where was the sketch for it? There was one of them. I found Shello kind of tricky. I'm not gonna lie, because of the weird proportions and shapes and things. So initially I had this kind of like weird rigid pose where he's kind of, it didn't look right. And also he looked like he was too buff. So I was like, okay, so he looks too buff. What if I try and make him look buff? And like I try and go with like a JoJo's pose. So I had something like this, which is JoJo's except for like the legs are super muscular like JoJo's, but the arms are like twigs comparatively. And then I ended up on this, and he's doing like a little pirouette. Or a little pirouette. But there's so many things on this I need to fix, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I have no idea, it's, oh my god, it's 1 a.m. I thought it was like midnight. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me see if I can kind of just get an idea of where I want to go with it. So, I did pretty much all of it with this flat render brush, by the way. It's such an interesting brush. I like it a lot. It's like weird and angled. I don't have a pen tablet that angles the brush or tracks the angle of the brush. But it's pretty cool. I was thinking of using something like the triangle brush, like the triangle pen, to make it very kind of like rough. But I don't know if that will track well, or if I should like lean very heavily into like the anime aesthetic, so to speak. Which I think I could probably get done. I'd probably want to get like a, how the heck are you not an ant boy? There's 2 parts of my brain trying to read that. How the heck are you not an ant boy? And how the heck are you not an ant boy? I'm doing well. My voice might be a little coarse, like a horse. I have an ant in my throat. I mean, I think both ways of reading it are pretty good. I'm decent. Not the ant in the throat. It's his superpower. It's his special finisher. I feel like I want to do like a edge kind of lining to this. You know? Yeah, it's less slimy than a frog in my throat, I'll be honest. I'm able to swallow still, so that's good. Edging could be fun. Let me undo all the edging I did. Let me reverse the edging. That's what they get you to do in your driving test, right? Reverse edging. I was thinking I should probably get a picture that I was kind of basing the pose off of. Actually, I don't even know. I don't even think this pose might not even actually be in the anime. I was kind of basing it off of the feeling that Dio has whenever he has the knives, where he kind of has his hands down but his shoulders really back. But I wanted to have like a mixture of his arms kind of out to the side, catching the knives as he's juggling. Wait, is this based on... Maybe I was thinking of the Heritage for the Future again. Maybe? No. He just kind of like throws his arm up. Is there any way to see like the frames of animation? This is maybe I'm getting too into it. It's on Super Combo Wiki, so. Yo! It's insulting? Wait, as in like it's a really shitty, it's a really shitty one? Or... hold on. I think it might be the start of his tandem animation. Oh cool, this is like a not real PNG, I love that. Or maybe it's a real PNG, hold on. That looks like a real PNG. You could fool me. I think this was kind of the idea, but he's leaned quite a bit. I don't think I want to lean him too much. It's a really shitty one. Oh. Is it just like mashed potato? Where's potato salad from? I feel like it's from a place that has a lot of potatoes, but I could be minced steaken, as they say. I don't know why I'm bothering with this while I have only one hand free. They got rid of smoking inside years ago. I'm actually out underneath the night sky here. It's beautiful. Okay. I think the intention of going with kind of like a very kind of fancy pose is good. But like I gotta fix the hands, make them seem correct. No, I'm giving him 4 fingers? I'm trying to remember. You got added? Okay. That I'm looking forward to the shitty potato salad. I was wondering where potato salad is even from. That it seems like I don't know why, but it seems like a very American thing. Maybe American and non-American potato salad are just very different, and I'm only familiar with the American potato salad. I've only been experienced to ruin, as they say. I'm giving him like weird claws is kind of neat. Also, something that I've seen a lot of, like, people comment, originated in Germany, in Europe. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm crazy then. One of the things I keep seeing in comments is people talking about Limbus Company. Whenever there's like any of the shorts have Shello in it, it's like a really common thing. People saying that Shello reminds them of Gregory from Limbus Company. I don't know who that is. And I looked up what Limbus Company is. I think it's like a gacha game. It's very confusing to me. Maybe I'm getting old. Okay, at least I'm not the only person who's never heard of it. To be fair, I think at one point maybe Peanut responded to one of the comments and just said, no, he's like he's an ad boy. But then the person never responded, so I guess they're seeing who else knows what Limbus Company is and then leaving. So seems pretty harmless. Only gacha game I play is Summoner's War. I do not know what that is, but good on you. Or not. Gacha games are pretty big though, right? Someone trying to advertise their game, true. No, but it's like, so from what I could find out, because whenever I saw those comments, I googled Gregory Limbus Company, and it's like, it's a guy who has like he's just a guy, but he has like a special attack where he has like a cockroach arm or something. I'm like, okay, nice. Yeah, I think the anime horse game kind of pushed a lot of people to force to recognize what a gacha game is. Or I guess maybe not recognize. That makes it sound like it's a really, like it's a secretly a bad thing or something. It made a lot of people be like, oh right, this is like a genre. But they're like mainly mobile games, right? Like, well, no, hold on. Does the whole world of I don't remember what they're called, like Genshin Impact and things like that. I remember I played Zenless Zone Zero at one point, so I was like, oh, it looks interesting. It's moving to consoles. I still have like a weird assumption in my brain that like all console games are made by people who work with the console company, which is just not correct. It's never really been correct. They absolutely did pop off. They found like the winning combination of things there. So I'm unfamiliar, but I assume that the Persona, I can't remember what the single letter afterwards is. Persona S? No, that's Strikers. Persona Z? I think that's a gacha game, which is strange. I launched it at one point because I was like, I wonder what this is. Again, just like purely like I had no idea what I was getting into. There was so many like sign up pages, and I was like, this feels weird. This is like a live service thing, 100%. And then I got to a point where it was like, here's 10 free polls, and I was like, oh, I guess this is a gacha game now. But like, I don't even know what the actual gameplay loop is, and I don't think I ever recognized. Because like Genshin Impact is an open world thing. Like it's whenever I saw it originally, I was like, so it's like Breath of the Wild and Nier Automata kind of sandwiched into one, but it's anime and gambling, which is like all the best things that man has ever made, I guess. So you can't go too wrong with it. But like that shit went kind of nuclear. I probably won't be able to fully like say words for a little bit during this stream. Just a forewarning. Also, I spent entirely too much on summoners. I have spent far too much money on Counter-Strike, so it's I understand. Like I get why these games are so popular and lucrative. It's kind of, I don't know if I can call it like a direct correlation with casinos or whatever, but like there's like absolute the similarities, right? What you've spent on League, I don't think I ever spent any money on League. I got like a bunch of like Amazon Prime. Oh, thanks for pissing in the sink. Much appreciated. I got a bunch of like Amazon Prime boxes in League, and I just like claimed I claimed as many of them as I could just in case someday I got into it. But how do we drink it if we piss in the sink? That's the point. You're not meant to. You're not meant to stand on it. I never actually, now that I think about it, whenever I talked to Peanut about whenever I was thinking of starting these like drawings and things. I was like, oh, should I like record the process from the start? We could make a members video out of it. But I don't think they got back to me about that. I still haven't finished. I kind of have like doomed the progress on some of the old members videos, and I'm my sincere apologies for that. They're in a hardly workable state at the current moment in time. There's a lot of like technical issues because we only like recorded them every now and then. Mainly like audio issues. Why do they call it sink when the water goes down the drain? Why do they call it sink when you oven the sink? You're fine. You don't need to. There's you get member content in the Discord, but I feel like there's not enough people who are members or enough like content for members at the moment. If I can be honest with my own workflow, it's not good. I gotta crack the whip. There's a big difference in the length of these arms. Maybe I should fix that. Whoopish. What is that? I mean, the member content, that's a whip crack, thank you. Oh, gotcha. What the fuck am I went to see if I could just like move the arm out a bit. Just like that, see if that matches the length a bit better. I think that's good. Friend or enemy. I think we might be getting off of the actual like tracks. Yeah, this is like 12 seconds long. Never mind. The wife's making homemade cinnamon rolls? Yo! Shout out the wife. I've never had cinnamon rolls. I don't know, I've just never had the opportunity. Are they like very, very cinnamony? Cinnamony? I think that's the thing that makes me concerned about trying new food. I don't know how aggressively it's gonna taste like the thing it says. They're mainly rolly. Alright, fair enough. Depends on how you make them, yeah. Are they, I mean, I have a lot of questions about cinnamon rolls just because I don't know what they are. I've had like a mass manufactured jam rolls. And I don't like jam. I think it is sinful. I don't think fruit should be broken down to its basest of elements like that. It's demeaning to fruit. Ask away. Next I'm going to be asking just like, what is food? So you say it's a sugary treat. What is a treat? What does man consider a treat? Oh, and this kind of like relaxed hand pose. So it's like the weapon is like resting in it. I personally like jam because you can't jelly your. Like Ubisoft. That's thankful. I'm thankful for that. After Theo saying you can't jelly your dick down a throat. Spinner rolls are basically a strip of dough and then brushed with a mixture of cinnamon, brown sugar, and butter. Then I assume baked at that point. This sword makes no sense. This was the first one I drew as well. You'd think I would have had like an idea of what I was doing. And then baked to golden perfection. Would you say that cinnamon rolls are on the same scale of the gold standard for like trading purposes? If they're baked to golden perfection, could you, like Indiana Jones style, swap out a bar of gold with a cinnamon roll? I'm realizing the more we're talking about food, the more I probably have like a very little right this stream to talk about like how things taste. I started the stream off by eating a pepperami. I don't know if that's a thing in the States, pepperami. A what? Thank you. It's a stick of salami. Shout out the wife for real. I can't show you the wrapper because it's already in the bin. I don't want to go digging through my bin just to show you what. It's a Slim Jim. Look, despite everything, when Americans say that like British have a weird naming convention for food and things, just calling something someone's name with an adjective in front is not any better. Like a Sloppy Joe and a Slim Jim. That tells me nothing about what the food is. Hold on. I want to get an image of a pepperami. Oh, do we want the pepperami pizza buns? It was a 5-pack, so hold on, let me just get this image from Tesco. It's an AVIF file? What the fuck? Why'd you make that such a bizarre file size? Or file type? Listen here, twat! Oh wait, this is a WebP, god damn it. Here, let me bring this into OBS and hopefully not crash it. It's pepperoni. These things are pretty gross. But I got a 5-pack of them in the shop recently. Who is Joe and why is he giving sloppy? That's a good question. It's a Slim Jim, but probably healthier. I mean, it's pork. It's however slim pork can be, I guess. Only y'all's looks fatter. Ours is slightly thicker than a pencil. Jesus. Let me see if I can find something that's like a similar thickness here on my desk. So I have no idea how thick it actually is. I'd say it's like the thickness of the cap of this pen. And for reference, here's a 5-penny piece. Dumb bit. I don't know what Slim Jims are made out of. I don't want to know. Oh fuck! Hold on, Sonic's drowning. Yeah, knowing what like these little like snack things are made of, it really does spoil the joy and the frugality of purchasing them, I think. I remember when I was in Belfast, it's just beef pork. It's all of them? Jim's made out of all 3? Shout out Jim. Permission to send a picture via Discord. Yeah, if you want. Is this like a DM or? I've got Discord open now, so I can no longer see chat. Let me fix that. You can fire away. Unless it is getting like blocked by Discord's like anti-spam thing. Which like it doesn't work sometimes. It's very frustrating. I've discovered the longer that we've had the like full Dragon D's Dice community server. The spam filtering doesn't really work. The DM warning things don't really work. Oh wow, holy. Those are large, I would assume. I don't know what the average size of a cinnamon roll is. What is the typical circumference of a cinnamon roll? That I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that they're large in like a holy guacamole kind of way. I think it's time that we have to find something else to listen to. Right as we get edgy. Hold on. What else is there? Sorry, I'm scrolling on the webpage that I'm capturing a tiny little bit of. But we have some like good, okay things in there. Let's find something else to listen to. I'm trying to stick to like game soundtracks so I can hopefully not get bits of the VOD muted. It'll probably happen. What the fuck is a game I've been playing? Nothing. Shit. Let me look. We could throw on like Persona music. Throw on Team Fortress 2 music. This could be funny. This is the best TF2 songs down there. You guys want to... What is this? This is probably not. Never mind. This is not the idea I had. Let's. I'm just gonna default back to Katamari Damacy. I mean, look, the TF2. There's some tracks that are good. These are all out of order. I hate to say it. Starting on You Are Smart though is good. What? I'm basically just doing lines on these at this point. But still a necessary step, you know? Previous to this, the edges were not properly defined. I'm just saving my ass here. Do I need to... Let me bring down the volume a bit. I can't remember what I had it at previously. I think it was around there. I don't know. I'm making sure that I'm still audible. Yeah. The designs of these weapons makes very little sense. You can tell it's drawn by someone who doesn't really know what they're doing when it comes to drawing weapons. But I don't think they're meant to be like actual weapons for the most part. These are swords for juggling. That's why they're all bent. That sounded like I was speaking ill of the swords. The swords are great. I like to think that they're bent like this, where like this is the tip of it and this is the handle. So like someone just like stepped on them. But I don't know, with the way that I've drawn them in so many different ways, I don't know what I'm going for anymore. I should actually try and just like get a photo of like a scimitar or something. Oh, scimitars are way different shapes. I completely forgot what they look like. They're all, hold on. They're all like this. Maybe I should make it more scimitar-y. Yeah. Cause then there's also like very old scimitars, which are very thin, and they're just kind of like this shape. I could probably get away with. And there's ones that are like have like a wide bevel. All of these are options that I've avoided instead for drawing whatever these are. I also think that the hold on. I think that the fact that Shello is so small but uses what are effectively full-size scimitars, at least mechanically, I find quite funny. Because it was that one snake mummy thing that had like daggers of life stealing, but then whenever Shello holds them, they're essentially the size of full scimitars. So I think there's like weird like perspective shifts, physical perspective shifts. I'm gonna go ahead and start sketching for actual scimitars here. There were a few questions I had previously about some of the perspective shifts. Yeah, there's some strange ones. You mean in this piece of art or in the campaign as a whole? Oh, okay. Yes, okay. I do think it's interesting though that the way that carry weight is calculated in D&D. I think it factors in the height of your character or something. There's this one of the metrics that like just really fucks over Shello, and I think that's really funny. Because partly as a player and partly in character, I don't want to use the bag of holding for like actually holding things. To like reduce the carry capacity, or to increase the capacity, I guess. I mean, I think, I don't want to get too lost in the weeds of my intentions. Oh, what sort of scimitar is envisioned is like the Shello scimitar? Persian scimitar? I don't know if that's like a specific variety. But there seems to be like a crossover between scimitars, sabers, and cutlasses. Sorry for camera freeze. Rune scimitar. Are we talking RuneScape scimitar? We were, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I could see that. Shello with a cutlass. Yeah. while I'm a big fan of the RuneScape scimitars, I might have to go with more more of a cutlass shaped. Let's see what the variety is. I think it doesn't get thicker is kind of the impression I'm getting. Well, maybe sometimes it does, but there's less of a curve with the cutlass. So let's see if we can envision this in each of the things. I kind of want to have a mix of maybe the two. So having kind of like the handle come down. But also having... Oh man. Never mind, this perspective is fucked. Like, crazy fucked. Hold on. Shello with a shotl? Wait, did we not... Hold on. I can't remember what a shotl... Oh, right, yes. The kind of like crescent moon shaped. I'm trying to think, like, because we have the image up there, right? Which I definitely did not completely forget about this entire time. Where it's very much like a straight blade, but it has the handles of a scimitar. Even though I don't think scimitars actually have like the two sides going in opposite directions, but that's a personal problem I gotta maybe deal with. I'm not good at drawing swords. I'm now becoming very, very aware of. It would appear I put a lot more time into researching reference material for big, strong women than I did for swords. I was a lot more confident with drawing the mirror one. I'll look up a Shamsir. Okay. This is the one that has more of a curve just in the middle. Right. So we got kind of a straight and then I'm trying to also make it so that the blade isn't too long, because if I have to draw the rest of these like out in front of them, that just looks like a dragon dagger now. Hold on. Drawing swords is tricky. Especially if you're not intending for them to look in any way phallic. Why are these swords rounded? What benefit does that have? Like this is the cutting edge. Unless the other side is also a cutting edge. Maybe it's on the cutting edge. Here's the Wikipedia image for a Shamsir. Or a Shamshir? I don't know how words work. I mean, it doesn't look good. Hold on. Let me. Is there like a? Oh right, hold on. There's some swords that don't have pointed tips because they aren't meant for piercing, only slashing. You're making a valid point here. I shouldn't be bigoted towards swords. I'm looking for I'm using a website currently called royalarmories.org. I'm gonna browse their collection. What are we looking for? Daggers, knives, and bayonets. Swords. Ho ho! So many swords. Oh, you guys would be jealous of the amount of swords I'm seeing right now. Is there very... Hold on, these are Turkish swords. Does that matter? I also don't want to get anything that's like from the 19th century. I feel like it's too modern. The older the better, right? If we go 1 to 1,000. Oh, these are all going to be beaten to shit. Never mind, I probably shouldn't. It's gonna mess with my my ideas of what they look like. No images for these ones. Arming sword, sword. Hand and a half is the name of this one. I should probably show what I'm looking at, but I don't know if they are. I don't know if they're not okay with people actively sharing the things. Maybe I shouldn't have said where I'm seeing this stuff. I think it's good for me to say where I'm getting the image from, right? That should be fine. Hand and a half sword. Is that real? Is that? I guess it's real. But is that like common knowledge? Is that as common knowledge as Zweihander? People are like, oh yeah, I got a hand and a half sword. You bet I got a hand and a half sword. I found a sword that I enjoy the look of, but I'm not gonna actively copy it. However, it is like a consistent kind of bend to it, and then it is rounded at the end, so it is a slashing weapon. Thank you for that little tidbit. I hit him with the old rusty spoon. True. A hand and a half sword is usually a sword that is one-handed but can be used comfortably with both hands. I see. So it isn't like a specific type of weapon. It's more of like a weight class, a grip type, as it were. Anyway, this is like the shape of the handguard of this one, which I think is really cool. I kind of want to have this like profile. But it might be a little awkward. I guess I could also have, I'm like way overcomplicating this, I'm realizing. I just gotta draw a dang old sword. Sorry for cursing. Sorry for cussing. I feel like I do want to make it look as good as possible, but also like it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. There are things I'm not great at yet. So I guess we're going with ball at the end, stick, wedge, which is like a triangle shape, and then that. That's the shape we're going for. Which is disappointing now that I think about how many different swords I was looking at, but it's fine. I remember at one point during like a session, whenever Shello got like a final blow on someone, shout out to Blow. Never mind. Shout out to Blowing. Shout out to Blow. I was like, oh, I have to like think of how I'm killing this person. I was like, I don't know, I'll just poke him. Which I think is really funny, knowing that I was aware that scimitars aren't meant for stabbing and are more meant for slashing. But like, during the moment, I was like, yeah, I'll just poke him. But like, even in whenever I was doing like the whenever we were in the Discord call, in my head I envisioned someone with like a wooden stake. Just like a very unorthodox way of killing someone. Because they're not very wieldy weapons for poking with. Is that too much? Hold on. So like going back to his perspective talk, would a longsword be like a great sword for Shello? And would Shello two-handed or four-handed? I think to Shello, a great sword, which would require two hands by definition, because also of the size of his hands, would probably be like just a it maybe like a 1.5 sword, probably less, probably just a regular straight sword, maybe a broadsword, but the handles on those are a lot shorter. So I think a regular person's great sword requiring two hands would require 4 arms from Shello. I think we haven't ever discussed it, though. I did mention during like a conversation with Peanut how much of a big fan I am of little characters with big weapons. And like anytime I'm playing a game that lets you like pick what like weapon type you're using, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm using the big fucking sword. I'm using like a massive wooden club. Things that are just like unnecessarily large for the character typically, I'm like, yeah, that's funny and I want to use it. Wait, I shouldn't be. Let me sketch in the shape of this here. At least that's my understanding of the whole thing, is if Shello were to hold what to everyone else is like a colossal weapon, not to use Dark Souls terms, it would be as tall as he is. So you have to imagine how much effort would have to go into holding that. And whether or not that's like that's even like possible. I did talk to this probably in the same conversation I had with Peanut about liking little characters with massive like comically large weapons. I mentioned that if I knew there was the possibility of having a massive like club or something, Shello would not have been a bard, and he would have been like whatever class could wield that, but he still would have been tiny. Because I think someone a while ago also asked in one of the Q&As, like, if we were to do our character over with like a different class or something. And yeah, I think Shello would not have been a bard in most other situations. Bards were like the initial thing I knew about D&D coming into it, though. Like, I was aware that bards were a class, and I thought that was very interesting, that like there was people who could be like a a support class, but also like nimble. Yes, that was at the point where I found out. So I found out big ass clubs were possible before I found out necromancy was possible. When I found out necromancy was possible, I was like, oh fuck, like that is like the like dream for a character. Because anytime I've played things like Diablo and stuff, I'll like go straight for necromancer, because I think it's so much fun having this like summon kind of class where you still have like a bit of combat effectiveness, but it's primarily the things that you're summoning. And then the more things you kill, the more like ammunition you have to summon. Mechanically, I think it's very interesting, but also I think necromancy is just like a very, very cool idea. Never mind, that's on a different layer. What else do we have? That one in the air. Fuck. More angles. I don't think if I had made a necromancer, I don't think it would have been Shello, is the thing. It likely still would have been some sort of joke character. Even like in name, it would have been a joke character, which I think Shello's name is like in itself a joke. But yeah, it wouldn't have been an ant boy. I wouldn't have been able to do that. Oh, dude. Okay, I realize now why I don't know when ads are running. I turned off the like chat overlay message. That makes a lot of sense now. Okay. That's an okay placement for swords, I think. I'm still back and forth on the one in the air, I'll be honest. I could make the ball part different. The guy! This is the guy! Oops. Make it kind of this shape. Oh wait, it would be that shape. There's a dwarf in my chat. They're welcome. All people of different tribes and heights are welcome. That's a pretty funny emote. I gotta get back on the either stealing other people's emote ideas or coming up with like faces. Whoa, what the fuck? He drank too many coffee. Too many coffee. I don't know if I'm still. I guess I'm not still sub to Peanut. I was for ages. I was like every month cash coming out. But I got rid of most of my subscriptions a little bit ago. Cause I only watch like a couple people. Primarily I watch fighting game stuff, but then every now and then I'll get like a notification that Northern Lion is streaming, and I'm like, yeah, I'll watch that. I don't necessarily want to watch ads whenever I'm watching someone who's making jokes constantly. I like the Who. Or when I solve problems, true. When I read. I do have a special gift sub from Modsy. That means I can steal all your ideas for your emotes. Look at what I have here. I have, whoa, I scrolled the wrong one. Wait, why can't I see the regular one? I only see the animated one. That's all I see. I don't see. Wait. Oh, is it like a different tier or something? Regular. Am I not following? Holy moly, is that left boot? Yo, shout out. That one's pretty funny. Oh shit, that's wild. Hold on, one sec. Shout out Left Boot T. Shout out the current streamer, never mind. I thought I could trick the system. That's weird. Cause I know I have follower emotes. I just wanted to set them to follower because I thought they were funny and I wanted people to be able to use them. Shout out Right Boot T. Shout out. I have emails that are just because I thought it was funny to have the YouTube account left boot, right boot, and middle boot. I made email accounts for each of them. I think it's really very it's probably not as neat as I think it is. It's the middle boot for the dick. That wasn't the intention whenever I made the account, though I realized there's no other way to read it. So I guess it only makes sense. I feel like the shirt looks weird. Like it feels like it should be wrapping around, but I can't envision that properly. You know? So one of the things that I was thinking, which I haven't really committed to yet, making it very JoJo's-esque in the line art, which would be a little tricky now that I look at it, but it's still something that I can maybe come back to. Oh no, that means that I have to watch JoJo's. Oh no, I have to rewatch another series that I frequently rewatch. No, crud. Icy wiener. Crud. Apparently my bitrate is excellent. Oh no. Gosh darn it. Wait, so I wanted to ask, so I was friends with a lot of Americans whenever I played a lot of Xbox, and some of them lived in like households where swearing was bad, obviously, because they were the same age as me, and swearing was bad where I lived as well. But saying things like "consarn is that an actual thing, or is this a very specific like cultural thing that I stumbled upon in my childhood? Dadgummit is another one. These are things that I remember. These are like key memories from my childhood. Is someone saying this and me going, "That's really, really funny. Why don't you just say the actual thing?" I'm not gonna say it's not a thing, but it certainly wasn't. Okay. Dadgummit is very, very funny, because it also, like, if you wanted to do like a silly American voice, saying dadgummit is a really easy way to get into it. Like, that's like one of those like voice activation phrases, like saying, "Hey Peter." There's like certain things you can say that just like switch your brain into it. Ads are going, I think. But it's very, very silly. But consarn was not a real one? I swear. Consarn seems so real to me. It's like right here. Consarn is right here. Were they from the South? Those things sound like something Southern people would say. I think so. Yeah. Well, it was multiple people. What one of them said consarn it, but then like they said it in a way that like right afterwards they were like, "Oh, I just said the worst curse word I've ever said." And they like apologized to us in the Xbox party chat. Which maybe I shouldn't be laughing. It's a very like wholesome thing, or very innocent thing to do. How do I draw shoes? I don't know. My parents did not care as long as I wasn't swearing out in public. I wasn't allowed to swear, but I swore like a sailor. Like I was on a boat. And then I saw that Lonely Island video where they were on a boat, and I was like, fuck yeah. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I don't know if I feel like I want to change some things with the shallow head as well. I enjoyed so the first time that I swore in school, I didn't even mean to swear. I was just like making up words with like vowels and syllables. And then I said fuck. And then a teacher turned around and said, "What did you just say?" And I was like, "I don't know. I was making up nonsense words." I said it in that voice, in the voice that I have now. I was like, "I don't know, teach. I was making up nonsense words. I don't know much about fuck." I've been thinking a lot about how my voice sounds and whether or not I'm like actively putting on voices in different situations. So you can't say fucking school. I did have a teacher who swore at us, telling us not to fucking swear. Because we kept doing it, and the teacher got really, really frustrated, turned around and said, "Don't fucking swear again." It was really funny. I don't never really sweared when I was younger. Yeah, I didn't feel good whenever I first figured out what swearing was, and I said swears. Back in my day, swearing wasn't cool. I think this, like, the placement of Shella's head here is probably fun. I can move it though. It's on a layer with swords, so I can just like select it and move it. Finding out what swearing is after swearing for so long. Dude, I thought I was just making up silly words this whole time. I don't know. There was a certain unplaceable quality to when you would swear in school but try and make it secret. There's a certain je ne sais quoi about the secret swearing that like primary school kids do. Maybe I shouldn't be like applauding mischievous actions of primary school children, but it was like we got inventive about how we went around and swore. There was a not very effective way of swearing where we would, you know, when like someone who like coughs to cover up a fart, who's similar to that. But if you think about it, if you cough to cover up you saying a swear word, you're just shouting a swear word. So it's just kids on the playground coughing and just shouting a swear word at the same time. And thinking about it, I don't know if those teachers, if that's like something that everyone did, because the teachers really didn't seem to like seem phased. They were like, "Oh, that's normal." Kids cough and swear all the time. I gotta draw the antenna. He'll look bald without them. Sorry, I just thought about Shello being bald. Okay, so current place where we are. It's okay. I might go back on this with like a millipen. Got like a 1/100th of a pen, and make sure the lines are just like 100% still the whole way. Yeah, go for it. Kill me right here, right now. Do it. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't. Because now you put it in my hands as well. Do you want to see how bad it looks? I mean, it's okay, actually. It looks a bit lopsided, but the pose itself is, I think, still translates. Yeah, hold on. Wait. Oh no, I just flipped 3D fish GIF. No, they're going the wrong way. Let me flip horizontal. There we go. See, this doesn't look right, right? This is incorrect. This doesn't feel real. This is how my camera looks whenever I'm like doing a video call on Discord, though. To me, this is what it looks like. Yeah, right? Can you tell now that certain facial features are lopsided as well? I hate to break it. I hate to break the illusion. Like the second I look straight at the camera, you'll notice. I'm trying not to look at the camera now. Right. Do we want to work more on this, or should I start picking out like proper colors for this? Because I mean, these colors that I had before, they're alright. They're okay. They're picked directly from this art, so I should say they're perfect, actually. A perfect example of the Shello that we know. Damn it! You foiled me. I've become tinfoil. I want to have like an idea of the colors that I want, just like different shades and things. Sorry, I noticed that I had I like bumped my head into something a while ago. I don't know what. I got like a scratch on my forehead. Do something I don't want to do. I don't know. I don't want to blow the party horn directly into the microphone. I'm not gonna do that. Like snort cinnamon. We don't have cinnamon. That's not. I don't frequently make cinnamon rolls. I didn't even know what they were. So. I think I should say again that the artist who did this, incredibly talented. Cinnamon has so many uses, like putting on things, ant repellent. What do you think I don't have it? Hold on, wait. There's 2 shallows. It's an army. It's an army of ants. It was a good bit. I enjoyed that. Being colorblind kind of fucking blows. I'll say this every time that I'm doing art. If I could like have a Switch, not a Nintendo Switch, but like just like a toggle between I'm colorblind currently and I'm no longer colorblind for 5 seconds, just so I could see what the fuck this, you can't see it, it's behind my webcam, what the fuck the color wheel actually looks like, I would be so happy. Just so I could be like, oh, so that's where brown is. Instead of being like, I don't know, it's orange. It's somewhere between red and orange. Except brown is a fake color that's not real, or orange is, I don't remember. Digital brown doesn't exist. It's just like dark orange, dark desaturated orange. I was thinking about the something that like my art teacher told me ages and ages ago, which was that purple is not a natural color because it doesn't exist in nature, which seems incorrect. Are like blueberries or blackberries, are they not purple? Grapes, yeah. Eggplants, true. I don't know what, maybe it was like a specific shade of purple that I made or something. They're like, this isn't actually a real color. It's like, motherfucker, it's on the fucking page. Shit looks like a blue to me. What do you mean it's not real? You want to fuck with my head even more? I think your art teacher was on crack. It might not have been purple. I'm thinking about how many things are purple. There was like a specific color that they were like, yeah, this color isn't real. Or it's not natural. It's a man-made color. And I was like, okay. Genuinely, it felt like someone playing a prank on me. I was like, okay, so now there's distinctions of man-made colors and natural colors. I'll make a separate layer for actually coloring. What thing do we want? Like texture. So we got the thick oil paint, no dual. I don't know what that means. I know there isn't any foods that are blue. Hold on. Blue food? No, yeah, okay. It took me a minute. I had to go through first, what does blue look like? And then I had to be like, okay, what are foods? Wait, isn't no, never mind. That's I remember it's something that like tricked my brain whenever I was a kid. I might as well share it. I've talked enough about my issues with seeing colors. When I was a kid, actually, so to give myself some credit here and a little bit of context, there are like 3 different how stoner are you? Explain how I had blue eggs and ham back in elementary school. That's a valid point. So when I there are 3 different types of milk. Basically, there's like fully pasteurized, I think. No, fully skimmed, semi-skimmed, and then all like full fat. Well, the saying is green eggs and ham, but apparently this person had blue eggs and ham, and who are you to deny them that? What right do you have? But like there's like 3 different types of milk, and each of them has different like color lids on them. You have the red one, I think it's red, and that's for your fully skimmed, like no fat. You have your green one for semi-skimmed, and blue for full fat. And as a kid, I thought that meant when the milk comes out of the cow, that was the color it was. And then they added something to it to make it white. But like, I guess like I didn't think it was like that shade, because like the blue carton is like very blue. I thought it was like there was like a hint of blue to it. 1% reduced fat and 2% reduced fat. We were a little unorthodox. We did things a little differently. Back in my elementary school, we had purple milk. I think there are like different colors now. What's the point in 2%? Or I guess what's the point in 1%? Like why do you have just a 1% difference? Well, that's true. That is where it comes from. And strawberry milk comes from pink cows. We just don't have any pink cows in Ireland, so I never noticed them. Fully skimmed, 1% would be partial. This is information I was unfamiliar with. I don't know any cows personally to ask. But I'll see if I can speak to a dairy farmer someday. Or I could Google it. I'm not gonna. I would stay completely ignorant about what semi-skimmed milk actually is. Turns out it's not milk at all. Sorry. But apparently, so there's like different groups of people drink different types of milk, right? When I was a kid, if we don't go too far back, I used to have semi-skimmed milk in like everything. Not everything, but like in things that had milk. I never had any of like the full fat milk. I thought full fat milk was really bad for you. But then if we go a little bit further back from drinking semi-skimmed milk. I could not drink milk. Cow or people milk. I couldn't drink milk. Because that shit just did not agree with me. I had arguments with milk all the time. But apparently I was able to drink goat's milk. Which was strange. I know a few cows. I could ask them next time I see them. Please do. Let me know. I learned that there is a homestead out in Kerry that belonged to my 3 ex-great-grandparents. Dude, that's a sick combo that is currently just floating. And I'm hoping to get all the legal shit sorted and dealt with to claim it. Do you lack the toes to toddler ant? Hold on, first of all. Like floating is in like it's legally not part of the state, or floating is in it is like off the coast. Oh fuck, right, I can't fucking access this with right, okay. Cause that's nuts. Also hold on. I don't think I'm lactose intolerant. Maybe I am. Fuck it, I probably am. This is not like a massive revelation moment. I get uncomfortable pains whenever I drink milk. Floating is currently not legally owned by anyone. Oh, sick. Yeah, scoop in there. Just floating like off the ground. That's spoilers, but go off. Sorry. I was very proud of that one. That sounds sick. I'd like to hope that the cows on the land aren't being forced to like pay like rates or whatever. Yeah, I mean most likely. Seems like most issues I have are the mild variety, but it's very annoying. I think I also have some sort of like gluten intolerance, but I'm not 100% sure. It could be some other issue, some other mild issue. Dude, I'm a big fan of bread. I can't lie. I used to think, oh, people who are fans of bread, cringe. You know? Like everyone else. But then I realized I like bread. I eat the fuck out of bread sometimes. I eat the ever-living shit out of bread. I love like, sorry, never mind. I don't want to go on talking about bread because then I'm going to be wanting bread later. And it's like, it's almost 3 a.m. I can't be thinking about bread. Fuck me up a bread sandwich. Do you get pains when you eat cheese too? I don't know. I will say I don't frequently eat cheese. I used to eat like a shitload of cheese strings. Hold on. Sorry for the camera freeze. I tried not to move as much as possible so that it was not as jarring. Hold on. Let me look up cheese strings. Cheese strings. Cheese I can't fucking type. I probably look really tired at the moment, because I'm starting to feel it in my eyes. There's this The Atlantic article called "The Secret Life of String Cheese." Hold on, I'll just drop this into the canvas. There you go. This string cheese, basically those, but made by some massive corporation or something. I used to eat a shitload of those, because I would get them as part of like meal deals and things. I didn't feel bad after eating them. Deep fried cheese string. Deep fried string cheese. Sorry, I didn't mean to fuck up your sentence. I don't want to say that sounds good, just in case my doctor is listening. I think you don't need to deep fry everything. It's a step too far. It's a step in the wrong direction. We don't deep fry everything. Okay, hold on. Capitalized everything. We sometimes use the air fryer. It's a very different thing. Because it's not like frying at all. I remember when I was a kid, my dad had a deep fat fryer. I don't think that's like the correct term, the PC term. We had a deep fried thing, and we only used it like once, or I only remember using it like once or twice. We probably used it more than that, but it was like we only used it for like chips, and it was so fucking good. Some of the best chips I've ever had, with like skin on, and like, oh, heavenly. I fried chicken myself. I made a like rub and batter thing, like a, can't remember what the word was, buttermilk, and like left the chicken in it for probably too long, and then dropped it in just like a regular frying pan full of oil. Just fucked that shit up. It was good. Yeah, I'm marinate the shit out of it. It was like one of like the only like competent meals I really made in like my first year in Belfast. I didn't make too much food for myself. Thanks. It was a pretty reasonable chicken. I had it in. So I wanted to have it in a burger, but one of the main reasons why I didn't really cook for myself was anytime that anytime that I bought ingredients to cook for myself, frequently would be used by other people. So sometimes I would get halfway through cooking something, realize that one of the ingredients was used by someone else, and give up. So there would just be like half-cooked food sitting around half the time, which is not good. I was not necessarily right in the dick. I was not necessarily helping the situation. But like, I kind of just gave up on cooking for ages. I wanted to have them in a burger. Someone used my burgers. Someone used my buns. Someone grabbed a hold of my buns, used them for themselves, which is despicable. So I ended up using white bread. I agree. It's the great equalizer, as they say. They used my buns. Against all odds, my buns were used. Which is like, why? Obviously, I'm planning on using those. I haven't. Maybe I have talked about this. How can I refer to this in a way that isn't the drug plate incident? I think I probably have. I've no long-lasting beef. I hope everyone is doing well. I have no hard feelings against anyone. But one day, whenever I came into this isn't even one of my flatmates. This is someone else that I didn't know. One of the days I came in to make dinner, I set out a plate. Came back later on whenever the oven had heated up, or after I was off a phone call or something. And whenever I came back, there was a guy just cutting up drugs on my plate. Just going to town. It's good stuff. Not the drugs. Drugs are bad. Don't do drugs. But yeah, just a stranger doing that is funny in retrospect. This was like after I like started trying to like properly cook for myself as well. So it was like a minor setback along the way. Wasn't a great feeling. But like, yeah. Don't do drugs and all that. Don't do drugs off someone else's plate. More importantly. If you go to a party and there is just a plate sitting there, don't assume it's for drugs. But my weed. Gardening is fine. You're welcome to garden. Take care of your lawn and all that. I typically don't have very strong feelings about things, but I don't want to make it sound like I'm endorsing anything that is harmful. Drugs are typically not good. The drugs they were using are very much not good. I can I can stand by that at the very least. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm smudging too much. Oh shit, it's been like 2 hours. I will probably end stream soon. I'm kind of just like drawing over bits at this point. I'm not really making any progress. But I think this pose ended up coming out a lot better than I thought. I had a lot of reservations about it. Also, next time that I'm streaming art of the characters, first of all, let me just stick all these in a folder real quick. Next time I'm doing stuff, it may be Balthazar. And the Balthazar one is very, very rough because I redid the whole pose thing. There was not a lot there before, so I kind of redid it. So I have the Magic Man firing a fireball, and I'm hoping to make it look better as I go. Thank you, gamers, for coming by. What's layer 4? Do we want to see what's behind layer 4? Should I hide the screen before I see what's behind layer 4? I feel like it's probably just Balthazar. I think these, maybe these early ones might not be though. Could have just been doodling something. Hold on, let me hide. What the fuck? It's not, I can't find it. It doesn't exist. Clip Studio, there we go. Just so that I'm not like putting like a comedy penis on screen, you know? Yeah, they're all Balthazar. Hold on, this one's kind of funny. I don't think I ever showed this one. But it's like a little like chibi kind of fucked up gremlin Balthazar. I think that's kind of funny. There's that one, this one, which was just like colors, and I wasn't a massive fan of. It looks also too much like the other one I did ages ago. 5 out of 10, not enough dwarf. I mean, it looks quite dwarfish to me, think. I was not trying to make it like he was short. I will, hold on, so here's like the layer 1 of this drawing, and then this little layer 2, which I'm not sold on yet. I wanted to have this like forced kind of like high up camera perspective, but I didn't want to make it look like I was drawing him really short because I didn't want to play too much into the jokes. I think it looks okay. I don't think he looks too much like a dwarf. Anyway, can you make him say I'm dwarfing it? Hold on. Fuck, I forgot what way the D's went. Ah. There we go. He's straight dwarfing it right now. Right. Thank you for stopping by. I just realized that the images that have been going by are apparently wallpapers. all of these images have been like a square format. Wait, this video came out 17 years ago? What the fuck? Alright, good night.